It is something you've probably never heard someone say out loud, that they're an abuser. It's a heavy thing to admit, let alone publicize. But I got to meet with a man who believes it's that raw, painful transparency that's going to help fix the tragic domestic violence epidemic here in Bexar County. He tells me the unedited version of his childhood abusive behavior and eventual rehabilitation. The story, part of my series Confronting Domestic Violence, Loving in Fear.
It's crazy.
Crazy to look back, but to see that, we have to start at the beginning.
I grew up as a underprivileged child. At a young age, I had to learn how to survive.
Felix Gonzalez stole, fought, even sold drugs, and got arrested for some of it.
I started becoming a womanizer. I started feeling empowered. I started feeling like that I own whatever it may be, as if I was entitled to it or you owe me.
In these pictures, he looks like any harmless guy you'd see at the bar, but on the inside and at home, he was angry.
Did you realize at the time that you were an abusive person?
Oh, not at all. Because I grew up on the east side of San Antonio and I was fighting since kindergarten.
Is that the problem?
I didn't realize that I was such a controlling person. This abusive, narcissistic, manipulating, mind-controlling person that is out of control, and you think you're right.
Years ago, he got in a fight with his girlfriend and hit her.
The cops were called and I had received a ticket. And later on, I went to go get my driver's license renewed, and Judge Lacey gave it to me and told me I needed to do 20 weeks of BIP.
BIP, or Batterers Intervention and Prevention Program, is now a 24-week court-ordered program abusers are mandated to take.
I think BIP works because it touches on so many different areas, and it is a group setting of men. These guys are over here willing to talk about it, so now I can put my pride down as well.
Learning a lifestyle of love.
Also realizing that the physical abuse is usually the ending part of everything.
That gaslighting, jealousy, emotional, sexual, or financial manipulation is all abuse.
You believe that, oh, well, I was raised this way, so it's the right thing to do. But it really is wrong. You start to see the light from being in the dark for so long.
On top of his BIP meetings, Gonzalez started going to church.
That is where I broke a lot of those chains that held me in the emotional side.
Breaking those chains as early as possible is what he thinks will help prevent the astounding amount of abuse in our community. Bexar County's domestic violence numbers per capita are the highest in the state.
From someone who has been on the other side of this, what do we need to be doing to stop that?
Helping one another, speaking to one another, opening up to one another.
He tells his story without shame and without excuses to show that change is hard, but it is possible.
There's times that you want to go back to your ways. There's times where you want to revert back, but you understand now the pain and anger it caused, and you don't want to do that. Especially. It's tough.
Gonzalez now in a healthy and loving relationship that he appreciates every day.
I told her, you have gotten the best version of Felix ever in his life, and I'm only getting better.
BIP is run by Bexar County's Family Violence Prevention Services. People who graduate from the program are given a full year afterwards to go back for free. Gonzalez did take advantage of that to continue honing that healthy lifestyle of his and to help others. He says if you are ready for change, reach out. Contact Family Violence Prevention Services and ask about BIP, or head to ksat.com for a link to their website.